Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Winning Mondays with KW Malaysia. My name is Mariah. I'm the training manager over here. And yeah, I just want to welcome you guys to Monday morning. Today is a great day to win, right? And well, hello to everyone on Facebook Live. We have been away from Facebook Live the past couple of weeks because our topic was too hot for Facebook. Let's just say that. So we were only on Zoom. Yeah. So those who missed out, so sorry, so sorry. But now we're back out. So hello to everyone at Flagship Market Center in Reedfield. Hello to QG, whoever we have, and everyone who's online today. Welcome. Yeah, I was just thinking, it's already, we're into March now, right? We're getting close to the end of the first quarter. I wonder how everyone's doing with their business. We want you guys to exceed and do well. If you've not, I'm just, lately I've been having a lot of conversations with agents who have coaches, and they are not necessarily new agents. Like some of them have been around for a few years. Actually, they're successful, but they've been engaging with coaches, and or they have accountability partners or something. So I was just having this thought this morning that I hope anyone, just a reminder and an encouragement to everyone out there, if you're feeling stuck or whatever, please engage somehow. Please come to us, come and get a coach, or talk to another friend. You guys can keep each other accountable to do all the things you need to do, right? To get more leads or whatever it is that where your stuck point is, so that you can do better. Maybe it's you need to improve your listing presentation or whatever. Yeah, but it's good that we're here together to exceed together, to succeed together. Yeah, so just had that thought this morning. Yeah, we want to win. That's right. We want to win. I like that, chat. We're all gonna, and we win together. We don't have to like make everyone else lose around us now. We can all win together. Okay, so today we have a very special topic. Two of our people in our KW Malaysia group went overseas to family reunion, and they are here with us live to share with us all their experiences when they were overseas in the US. So I would like to invite both Christine Ong, Chief Operating Officer of KW Malaysia, and Nicholas Yeap, Chief Growth Officer of KW Malaysia, also known as Amazing Tech Guy.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning. Just to clarify, we are not live from US. We are just
Yeah.
from Kuala
We
Lumpur.
are back. We are back. Yes.
But my question to you, are you really live, or are you still jet lagged? Are you still jet lagged, or are you like alive now?
Oh, since Saturday, I managed to sleep well, but last week was quite bad. But thank goodness.
Because I saw you both on the last Monday, and like one of you didn't look so good.
Mick didn't look so good.
Mick didn't look so good.
And it was.
Yeah, I was still blur last week. Yeah, my mind was like everywhere. It's like I couldn't really sleep. Sometimes I woke up like 2 o'clock in the mornings and But thankfully this week that I'm back. I'm still a little bit blur, but I think it's like I'm still feeling it, from family reunions. Like
Okay, on that topic, some people might have no idea what is family reunion. What am I even talking about? Could one of you share what is family reunion all about? What is? Yeah.
Should we share it to them in a form of give them a little bit of a snippet by showing them a little video summary? What do you think?
Yay! I love videos. Let's go for that.
Yeah. Just to disclaimer, this video was not done by us, but basically every day after family reunion, there is always a summary video that is done by the KWRI team to kind of showcase like what happened during the day, right? Or throughout the day. But of course, it's going to be very fast, but then you get a glimpse to see like, okay, what is taking place, whether is it a workshop or a session on stage or at the exhibition hall, how many people there are, where was it held, what kind of events or in that sense, networking events and stuff that took place. But it gives you a snippet, okay? So allow me to share so that everybody here understands and get to experience a little bit what Nick and I experienced when we were there. Okay?
Okay, cool. I want to see. This is going to bring back memories for me, right? Since I was there last year. Okay. I think we're still not seeing your screen yet, huh? Okay, looks good.
Watch me bring the energy, building intensity. I feel surging with adrenaline when enemies are testing me. We're all rising and proud of it, lighting fires and dreams. I feel the beat and the freedom. This freedom's worth it to me.
I've never seen so many excited people to hear the most boring presentation.
I seen it, I believe it. I had my dream and achieved it.
I believe that we will win.
Nice, nice, nice.
Did that bring back memories, Mariah?
Yeah. I also like the music.
We have exciting news for our KW Real Estate Planner community.
Here's
Yeah,
some
I think not only it bring back memory for you, even for me that I've just experienced it like probably last 2 weeks, that is it still bring back a lot of memories for me as I see some of those videos and the photos that I've taken and yeah.
Right. So how long was this thing? How many people went? Like, just give us some stats about this event.
Yeah, Christine, want to share that?
Yeah, so it was over, I think for us, it was over about 5 to 6 days, because for worldwide, we always have an extra day where it's just all the worldwide regions coming together in this place to learn and to go through the training together, both agents from worldwide as well as leadership from worldwide. So yeah, so for us, it's always an extra 1 day. But yes, it's between 5 to 6 days of learning, networking, being able to connect with each other. My take is that it will probably be over 20,000 people, because that's what it felt like, right? I'm not sure if my stats and figures are actually very accurate, but every time I line up with Nick, to like go into the main stage area and to have to rush, to look for good seats. It does feel like it is that, right? And there have been quite a number of occasions where we find our seats and then one of us say, okay, I need to go to the bathroom. We go to the bathroom and we're like, I do not know how to find my way back to where we are sitting, right? So it is that huge, it is that big. There were many workshops. I'm quite sure more than 150 breakout sessions. Of course, both Nicholas and I could not attend every single one of them, but we tried to attend as much. And definitely in those workshops there were many different speakers from all over. I think one of the amazing thing was that this year there were more worldwide panelists and speakers that were involved in the workshops as well, compared to the previous years. And I think that is that's a good thing, because that shows that the KW worldwide regions are given opportunity to also do the training, give back value at family reunion now. Yeah.
Right. So the worldwide means those countries other than USA and Canada, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Countries outside of USA and Canada. And who knows, maybe hopefully one day, KW Malaysia will have the same opportunity to participate and give back value at family reunion in one of the workshops. Yeah.
I bet we will. We have awesome people here. Awesome. So how many countries were there actually? Do you know? Represented?
I think there was about maybe 60.
Probably close to 60 countries represented. Yeah, I think currently it's like there are also other countries that are being invited to explore the opportunity with KW at the same time as well. I think there are several countries that are being invited to do this. And apart from that, I think it's like at least there are 55 countries out of Canada and US that actually attend family reunion this year.
Nice. Nick, I want to ask you you went last year. We all went last year, right? The three of us. Yeah, but what kind of expectations did you have coming this time? Like, since you already had been before. Yeah, I'm just curious what your
I think there's quite a number of quite big difference for myself. Like on the first year when I actually attended, I actually went there to explore all the technologies and all. And this year, because of the shift of the role, like instead of just anchoring the technologies part for KW Malaysia, I also look into the growth, right? Hence, for myself, this year is a lot of learning. I have to go there and really network with people who have been there and done that for recruitments, opening up new market centers, and how do we actually manage the recruitments for the agents and also agencies. I think it's like for me, this year will be a lot more focused on that area of my learnings. And there's so much of learnings in family reunion, even despite the same things I probably experienced last year. When I come back this year, and just to revisit the same points over again and again, it will be very, very different as well. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. And like, did it meet your expectations then? Like you went there with all these thoughts and then
Yes, I almost met it on the first day, and there's because
wow.
we have apart from US and Canada, that's all of them are awesome. We also have 50 other countries who actually did something similar that what I'm going to do, right? Just by having that conversations, that one-on-one with them, going through the breakout sessions with them, and that I think that is already very valuable for me, for myself. Yeah.
Nice, nice. How about you, Christine? Like, I think you've been a few times, right? Why do you want to keep going back?
No choice. Just kidding. Yeah. I think that coming together with in this manner, in this a bigger capacity, sometimes I always be the before it, I will always think that, oh, it's always, it feels overwhelming. Being in this like atmosphere, so many people, and it's not only overwhelming, but the thought of it can also kind of make you feel like, wow, it sounds very tiring lah. But when you're actually there, going through, the sessions, meeting different people, physically you may feel tired, but you come back feeling a sense of it's like a different energy that you get, that you will not be able to really totally understand what it feels like unless you are actually there physically, yourself, right? I did not have any like great expectations going from there, because like what Mariah had said, I have been to family reunion before. But what I wanted to do this time around was to be able to connect on a deeper level with people. And I felt that I got to do that. Not only with like other worldwide regions, but I wanted to also engage in conversation with certain, perhaps like, when I go into a certain workshop and I gain so much from that particular speaker. I wanted to be able to go up to that, to those trainers and say that, hey, can I have more conversation with you? And I actually managed to do that for one of the workshops, whereby I intentionally said that, I want to learn more about what you have said from this, am I able to spend, like, say, for example, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? And I was able to set aside that time and kind of like get that person's time as well. Granted, it, caused me to miss lunch, but it didn't really matter, because to me, I don't know when I'm going to see the person again, right? And I've already flown like so many miles. I might as well make that connection and ask as many questions, to understand things from a deeper level and perspective. Because sometimes being up there as a panelist, there's only so much that they can say, and they are also tight with timing, right? But when you connect one-on-one and you get to ask more questions, and then they get to share more stories and explain things more. Yeah. So I personally got to do that. So in that sense, I would say maybe my objective was met. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool that the people, when I went, the panelists were always so amazing, right? Like, whatever, they became millionaire in like 2 years of their business, and they have done so well, but yet they're just normal people. They will just chat with you and give you time. So I'm so happy you got to have that encounter just to talk more deeply with them. That's very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the good things, like all those who actually allowed to actually go on the stage to present, they must be in productions. They have already been there and done that. So it's
Yeah.
quite safe that when you have the conversations with them, you know that, you know, these are genuine people, and they have actually performed at a certain level before they're even allowed to actually go on stage to share their experience.
Yeah, I remember being just amazed at the level of how like their success is so crazy. And last year, I think there was over 500 of these panelists, like between those 120 breakout sessions. It's just crazy how many successful people there are in KW. Okay, okay, now you mentioned there's 120 plus or whatever breakout sessions, and also many general sessions with those 20,000 people. I'm sure that is a crazy energy to be in the room with that many people. And there's like other workshops or whatever going on. What were the top highlights for you guys? What sessions or speakers stood out for you? I'm sure all of it was amazing, but maybe you could just share a few of the top, maybe starting with Nick. Yeah, what top sessions did you experience?
Yeah, apart from like the best experience with Tony Robbins and Mel Robbins, like I think we are not going to touch that first, because like that probably the highlights of what we're going to learn from them. And maybe it's like one of the things that really excite me in one of the breakout session is what are the 3 simple methods that you can actually explode your database. You know, like I've been going around to talk about database, you know, like but these 3 simple methods, it just summarize the entire way of how we want to use a database. That this speaker mentioned about the three key things. You know, if you are if you are following us right now, write these 3 things down. First thing they say that the keyword is know. KNOW is like no. So make sure everyone in your phone book know that you are in the business of real estate. And I think often we are all guilty that we have not shared enough to a lot of people, telling the whole world that, hey, we are in the business. Every time when you need to buy and sell property, think of me. Right? I think like that require a lot of efforts to actually go out and tell people in your phone, in your database that, hey, you know, I'm in business, and repeat doing that every single year, because people might think that you are out of business the following year, because not many agents continue to be in the business, right? Continue to remind the people around your circle that, hey, you know, to know that you are still in the business, that you're doing it. And second is the word think, you know, that every time when they think of buying, selling the property, they think of you. How do you nurture your database? You know, the 19 touches, the 36 touches, how do you systemize it through the smart plan and have that consistent communications with your database that, hey, you know, think of me, you know, how can I put myself on top of the mind of my prospect, that think of me when you want to buy and sell. It's pretty simple, but it's not easy to be done, right? And the third thing is a refer. You know, like we all talk about the database of 201. So there's these magic numbers in KW that as long as you have 201 database and above, that you will see the spikes of your income that will eventually double and triple. And we have seen this trend analyzing over 100,000 of our agents, that we are able to see that. So if we do not have the 201 and above database that we can actually reach out consistently, then we are not actually in the business. And they are saying that, no, you got to learn to refer, get them to refer you a business, because each of your people that have 200 database will additional have 200 people in their network as well. So when you focus on your 200 people, that you are eventually reaching out to 40,000 people.
Really?
Yeah, that's how crazy the network can go. Or you need to really focus on your inner circles of 201 contacts. And many of us do not do that, and we have not have that. That's the reason why we have not achieved our highest potentials in the business. Yeah, I think that session itself benefits a lot for myself. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. I caught you. You said there's 3 things: know, think, and refer. So make sure everyone in your database knows that you're an agent, knows that you're in the property business, and repeat every year, so that, because they might think they might forget that you're in the business, or they think you've dropped out. And then think. Number 2, make sure everyone in your database always thinks of you whenever they think of property. So you have to have that consistent communications with them, right? Like some messaging of some kind. and then refer, meaning I want to catch this. You're saying if you have 201 plus people in your database and you're in that communication, they will refer you outside and you will have is that what you were saying? And you ask for referrals, you have a potential of getting up to 40K people connected to you?
Yeah, 200 times 200, because like it has been like all of us will have our inner 200. Actually, a lot of us didn't know that, but if we intentionally put in the people that we are reaching out to, we have been talking to, we all have that number. Yeah. And that is a sweet spot, the sweet number. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I've been writing down these notes. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
And I'm going to share a lot more in the upcoming database bootcamp that we're going to run. Yeah, on
Oh,
this. Dive deep into
yeah.
this database assessments playbook. We're going to go deep into not just the theoretical, but the practical aspect of it as well. Yeah.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Okay, I give you a break. Maybe we hear one from Christine. Maybe we come back to you, Nick, after this.
Sure.
What's one?
You can hear more from Nick if you want.
Come on, Christine, share with us.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think like what Nick said, of course, the highlight has, will always be like the Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, keynote speaker. But actually for me, the workshop, I gain more from the breakout session because obviously it's a smaller setting. And then you get to hear other people ask questions that maybe, the panelists never addressed. And then after that, from those questions, then they share more. So I was in one of those workshops where they talked about the reality of where the market is currently right now. And guys, whether you believe it or not, even in the US, they are facing the pressure of the market not doing well, right?
Okay.
And market sentiment is that it is going to continue to be like that. But as a realtor, as a real estate agent, as a real estate negotiator, how can you continuously be able to thrive in this market and ensure that your business sustains, right? Especially if you are very sure and passionate that this is what you're meant to do, and this is what you want to continue to build upon. So one of the key takeaways from that particular session was, I will summarize it in 3 P's, right? One is passion. I think what is very clear among all the panelists is that each of them, they know what they're passionate about, right? And it is to them real estate. This is what I want to do. I know this is what I want to do. I have no doubts for a second that this is the business that I want to be in. The second thing is purpose. All of them have very clear purpose. They all know what is their big why, whether is it financial freedom, whether is it, needing to provide well for my family so that my children can go to great universities and I can afford to send them, for example. They are able to articulate what their purpose is. So it's not just knowing, but being able to articulate it very clearly and actually share it, that, hey, this is my big why. That's why I do what I do. That's why when I wake up, I'm motivated, right? To start the day, to call people, to go meet my clients. But the other thing that's very clear is that because they know their passion, they're also clear with their purpose. It helps them to really be able to understand what is their priority, which I think is also very, very important, because as salespeople, as real estate negotiators, sometimes we have got 1,001 things to do, or you will feel like you have 1,001 things to do, right? But we don't have all that time to complete these 1,001 things and check it off the box. But then being able to prioritize, right? And how do you prioritize is because you are clear with your purpose, you are clear with the passion that kind of fuels you to do this. Then it helps you to be able to say that, okay, I've got 1,001 things, but I need to prioritize 1, 2, 3, for example, right? And And in that process and in that journey, what my observation is that they are also not afraid to say no to certain things that does not help them, right? So, for example, there was this agent who I think if I'm not mistaken, I am not sure if my facts are right, but if I'm not mistaken, that he's a solo agent. And in a year, he managed to think close at least 250 listings, right?
Wow.
In the US, right? I mean, that's the only reason why he was one of the panelists lah. And he's part of the Atlanta, Georgia side of the region. And he was sharing how lead generation is very important. And even though he is really busy, when I mean really busy, he was sharing that actually he does not run short of having appointments, right? And he said that he has met many people in time past that when they're like, okay, you know, I have, for example, I have too much listings to handle, I have too much appointments, maybe I need to stop lead generation because I have too much, I cannot handle, you know. I mean, that is
You would
their
think
thought.
that. You will think that. Yeah.
Correct. You would think that, right? So he said he has met agents who say, you know, hey, you know, I think I need to stop lah. Because I need to sort this out. But he says that actually in your business, your priority should be lead generation. The moment you stop lead generating on a daily basis, right? Not only will your momentum stop, but eventually after 1 month, 2 months, you will realize that your appointments and all will slowly go down. You don't realize it straight away, but it will come, right? Because
Right.
it's a gradual decline, right? So he's basically sharing that it's very important to be able to identify what is your priority and keep doing it consistently. He has also said that he has buddies that kind of like say that, hey, you know, come, let's go jogging in the morning, right? Come, let's go for a run. Let's do this, right? But because he knows he has set his lead generation time in the morning from this time to this time, if whoever asks him to do, you know, whatever infringes on that time, he has learned how to come to a point and said that, sorry, I'm not able to do this because this is my lead generation time. This is a time that I've decided I'm going to set aside to do lead generation because it's important for my business, right? So he's very, very clear. This is my priority. Nothing should stop it. Nothing should, you know, like kind of like disturb me from it. Yeah. So I was really inspired listening from him because I mean, there is a sense of awareness that in our lives, as we get busy, sometimes it's easy to allow distraction to come in. I mean, we know it in our head, this is what we need to do, but the reality is it's so easy to allow other things to come in, and we might tell ourselves, never mind lah, it's okay. It's only one time. For example, maybe I'll say yes to jogging with this person, but only one time. I'll only do it one time, right? But sometimes that one time can multiply to a few more times because you have already set that precedence of allowing a distraction to take place of what you know is a priority. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the fact that this distraction is, even if you accidentally get distracted and go jogging too often, it's quite a nice side effect. Yeah, but anyway, sorry, so I know I'm like going off topic lah, but I like this 3P, right? So purpose, priority, passion, purpose, and priority.
Yeah,
very nice. Nicholas, did you also hear this same talk, or this is a breakout session?
I think it's the breakup sessions or probably more conversations that Christine have. Like, I mean, like, I also benefit from this, right? Like, hey, you know, like the purpose, the passions and the priorities. It just reminds me of the one thing that the successful KW model is like everyone need to have a coach. Yeah, I mean, like often we only think that I only need a coach when I'm new in the business. And once we have achieved a certain level, when we become senior, we think that, hey, no, we can do it by ourselves. Then we stop coaching, we stop having people hold us accountable. But I think this year, when I actually move around to talk to a lot of people, I think the success because they actually have someone that hold them accountable. None of us are that none of us can excite ourselves at all times. So we need someone, just like Tiger Woods will have a coach. The coach might not be as good as him, but because he has a coach, that he know that someone is going to check on him and say, hey, you know, how are you doing today? You know, oh, this is what you actually promised to do last week, and how are you doing this week? Just asking that simple questions. But often we might not want to get someone to hold us accountable, like get someone to check on our life. That is a pretty tough thing.
Right.
But I think that in every of us, if you really crazy about success, we need to get ourselves a coach, you know, pay for the coach so that you feel the pain of it because you're paying. And then like you just pay someone to ask you questions, ask you hard questions. I think that there's no other formulas apart from just be clear and be very intentional in everything that we do. Encourage everyone, if you do not have a coach, get a coach, you know, get a productivity coach. Get someone that you think that you admire, someone that you think that will help you in your productions, and be with that person. That person might not be someone that is really good in real estate, but someone that will ask you questions, and you allow this person to ask you hard questions. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, like just like riding on what Nicholas said, I think sometimes people don't think that they need a coach is also because they probably don't think that they need accountability in what they have set their hearts and mind to do, or they might be afraid, right? Because they know that if they are in an accountability structure or in an accountability system, then that means being vulnerable and allowing somebody to come and ask you the hard questions you know, all the time, right? And they probably also know that that means somebody is keeping me in check, making sure that I'm consistent in doing what I am supposed to do. But the truth is that if you want to master something, if you want to be good at something, and in this case, you know, closing sales, you know, being good as an agent, if you want to master the art of what it means to be a top producing agent, then there is the need to be able to be consistent in the little things that you need to do as an agent. But sometimes you would know that you don't always wake up feeling like the most joyful, the most motivated in starting the day, right? And that is when the accountability, the coach, the person that is able to check in on you, that's where the value is, right? When you are in that system, then you know when you don't feel like it, somebody will help you feel like it. When you don't feel like actually doing it, somebody will actually make sure, you know, like will just push you anyway to do it, because sometimes that's the reality. We need someone to help us in that.
I think that's very cool. I had no idea you guys were going to bring this up. I mentioned the coaching just now, right, when we opened the call. And because I've been seeing here in our KW Malaysia, there's more and more senior agents that have been engaging with coaches, realizing that they do need something, and it's helped them. Every single one of them, they said, is help them to rise up, help them to move forward, help them to increase their business. So definitely, I mean, obviously you're correct, both of you, that this is something that's necessary for all of us, not just rookies, not just newbies, but all of us can use a coach and someone to keep.
And there's also statistics saying that in US, right, all those who actually sign up with the max coaching that KW have, they actually perform an average GCI of USD 343,000 per year. So that's the average of the GCI who ever actually have coach. Of course, some of them have $1 million and I know. And average transactions of them having a coach or in the BOLD program is average about 11 transactions. We are not talking about rental transactions. It's all purely sales transactions. That's the average that we talk about. And market center agency will actually have a max coaching program with them, right? Have 40% more profitable than the other market center who actually don't. Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
And they're excited to see how we can actually bring this to Malaysia and do this together. Yeah.
I think this coaching thing is very exciting. Were there other highlights you wanted to mention, or do I move to the next question?
I think like there's so many highlights, right? I think you keep moving.
Yeah. Okay, I have to ask a very specific question. Christine, was there any extra memorable experiences for you at family reunion?
Of course.
No, I will ask both of you, but I'm very excited to ask Christine for a reason.
Okay, extra memorable event. Yes, definitely did. But I think one of the things that one of the reasons why I personally feel that being at family reunion is very different when you just hear from other people talking about their experience. Like, when I say that, you need to be there to be able to understand what family reunion is about, and to experience it for yourself, is because when you're there, one of the things I appreciate a lot is that you experience their culture, right? Like we talk about culture a lot, but like we have said in time past, culture is not just words that like that is in a sentence, in the form of a sentence, but it is truly being able to see and feel and your own self experience what it means to be in an environment where people treat you like family, for example, the way they respond to you, what they do for you, being able to see their behavior, etc., right? And that's one of the valuable thing I feel that I always get when I'm there, when I'm engaging with them, just my observation, even when I'm not engaging with them. And this time round, I really experienced it. It was really funny, but it's also embarrassing for me, because it is like because of me that this thing needed to happen. But just to give you a background story, Nick and I wanted to take a nice picture to be able to put on the Winning Monday poster when to advertise about us sharing our ahas today, right? So this is the picture that we wanted to take, and we managed to take it. So as you can see, we're on this manually built platform, right? And Nick said, okay, we have to see the FR as well as that tagline. So so we sit like that, right? But what people don't know is that at the back of it, like this platform, or not platform, that little pillar thing is actually a soft canvas. And behind us there are actually like some holes lah, like there are gaps. Okay.
So what happened, Christine? What happened?
Yeah. So we sat there. My phone was at my back pocket. Okay. So we took the picture, and what happened was when I stood up, my phone fell through the gap all the way down to the platform. And it's a very deep platform. So we have no idea, like, I mean, when I push the thing aside and look down, I'm like, I actually cannot see my phone, right?
So it fell inside there. It fell inside.
Correct. Yeah. So it fell inside. So I was like, okay, I guess the only way to be able to retrieve it is you remove the platform entirely and then go and look for the phone. So I had to go and like, let me go find logistics people. Let me see, how and all that, right? And unfortunately, because it's a Sunday, so none of the logistic people were there, but there was a counter that kind of like dealt with all the exhibitors and the suppliers that were actually there. So I had a conversation with them, and they said, okay, let us see if we can call some technician. But they said that they're not sure, because usually none of these people work on Sundays. So they could not guarantee me. But in the meantime, they were like, hey, why don't you bring us there, bring us there and let us see. I thought only one person would come, right? But ended up like a few people came together. I also had no idea why. And then they took a look at the situation, and then they were like, actually, right, maybe we can try to see if we can get it for you. And I'm like, how, And so this was what happened, right? Let me show you. Let me show you what happened, okay?
Yes, I love this.
Nick took a video of it, okay?
Oh my god, I look, it looks so, oh my god, I need to take a picture.
Wait, the video is not playing for some reason, only the sound. They're trying again. Yeah.
Oh my god, I look, it looks so, oh my god.
guy immersed himself all the way down.
Good?
Yeah, you got a phone? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, that is good.
Well done, buddy. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you. I only got like 3 pictures.
Okay, yes. So that is me personally experiencing culture in action, literally culture in action. I mean, they are total strangers. They didn't need to do this for me. I didn't even know like that was possible, but basically he went really deep inside, but the deeper he went, obviously, you know, people needed to make sure he didn't fall in, right?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
see it.
Correct. And
I just,
searched for my phone and he found it, you know, and then he just
Yeah.
took it out. So I was like, wow, guys, thank you so much. Because I mean, like you all know we can't live without our phones.
our
We
phone, yes, very
that-
memorable.
yeah. So yes, that was that was really funny. And I was really appreciative. But that's what I mean, right? When we say that you have to be there to be able to experience some of these things yourself.
Right. I just love the video, seeing how it starts with like someone's feet sticking upright. I'm like, what is happening? Thank you, Nick, for making that happen, taking that video.
Yeah, I think a lot of these moments sometimes that when we don't video it, when we don't do it, actually we just miss that moments, right? And I just remember that at the last day of family reunion, that's like we walk around and just take pictures with a lot of different people. I think one was significant, one was with Mo Anderson. Yeah. So like I think Christy was saying that I think she's busy, not too sure whether like yeah, we can take picture with her. And then I just wait lah, just go there, we just follow her, and also so many people queuing up and want to have a conversation with her, and we managed to capture her a video that she allowed to KW Malaysia, and it's fantastic. I think I want to probably share that video.
I didn't even know about this. I can't wait
You didn't
to
know about this, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Let me share this.
Wow, Mo Anderson's so special because she's so
It's a special one that actually did it for us.
right.
This
So for those who don't know, Mo Anderson is the person, the like kind of Gary's right-hand person that came in to expand the business to go over to start being all over the US. Is that right? Yeah. And then she really built the business. So they call her the Velvet Hammer, right? Because she's so sweet and adorable, but she like get it done. She really pushed people.
yeah, can you see this? Right, these are pictures that we have with Mo Anderson. Like it's priceless. I can tell you.
Oh my God.
Just getting close to her, that you feel that the culture of let's this video. Yeah.
Oh wow. Your sound is shared, huh?
Yeah, I think the sound is shared.
How old is she? Is she like 80
I think
something?
she's like,
I think she's 80 something already. If
yeah, yes, she's like 80 something.
Malaysia, wow. Oh, is this a picture or a video?
This video is like a different national photo in Malaysia.
Hello, Keller Williams in Malaysia. Here are two beautiful people from that great country, and believe it or not, I've been there a long time ago, and so we love you, we're proud of you, and we want to hear from you. So, Malaysia, here's a big love kiss.
Wow, that's so precious.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, I think that's amazing. That short moment, yeah, that summarized the inspirations morning. Yeah.
Wow. So right from that's the KW USA message to us lah. That's really special.
And there's this one guy, right? Who actually know you'll know that there's something in Maui, Hawaii, that something happens, that a lot of buildings, like family homes, all got destroyed. And KW the KWs like have actually reached out and helped the agents. There's one particular agent who actually left Keller Williams and joined the other other real estate agencies.
Right.
And when the time when he was in troubles, like he can only think of KW Cares to actually help him. And I mean, like he has left KW, right? And he applied for KW Cares to help him to give him clothing. Like, I mean, he literally lost everything, you know, the house was burned, like really nothing left. And back in mind, is like, I don't think he will actually get it because he left the organizations and now he want to get help from the previous organizations. But thank God that his grant got approved and he now make a comeback to KW and it just so warms, right? Seeing that the help is actually extended to like whoever that's really in need. And that's where Mo Anderson tells us that, hey, you know, like this reminder to all of us, you know, don't leave. The KW Cares is really there to help all those in need.
Oh,
Yeah, and then we can really see the culture in actions. And in fact, the last day is always my favorite day because I really see that all those crazy helps that's going all out. There's one guy who donate his own kidney to another agent that the agent that he don't even know, right? Just because of one of the growth call, he said someone need a kidney, then he just make the sacrifice himself and just donate one of his kidney to someone that you don't even know, but in the KW family. Yeah, that's how we can experience it, the culture. Yeah.
intense. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, I feel like I want to hear all the stories. I mean, I remember the last day, right, is full of all these inspirational stories, right, of people giving crazy amounts and raising crazy amounts of money and building homes and orphanages and stuff. But okay, but we need to move on to other questions, unfortunately.
Yes, so much to share. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on a more serious note, I wanted to ask you all on your ahas. I wanted to start by asking about ahas on the topic of leadership. If you don't mind to share, maybe Christine could start. Yeah, what kind of ahas did you have in the area of leadership?
I think one of well, actually there are a lot, but maybe I will just share two. One is really in the area of I think I think this session was the very first day in when we had it with worldwide, right? And one of the things that I got is, or one of the questions that was posted to us is for us to be able to think and reflect as well as write down who are the 5 people in our life that is able to help us achieve what we want in our business. Of course, this question can apply to anything, right? So say, for example, if you just want to apply it to life goals, for example, right? But of course, this one was in the context of business. And I remember when I actually went through that exercise, there were 2 moments. One moment was like, oh, I've never thought of that before. Okay, that was one. And then the second one was that, I have so many people, but I do not know how to streamline. Like, I mean, as in, I do not know how to like kind of like cut it down to like, because it's 5 they asked for 5, right? They didn't say 10 or, yeah. But then that made me realize also that maybe some of these people that I'm thinking about might not be so relevant, right? Because again, we are in this like class and it's not like I have a lot of time to actually process through this much, right? But going through that exercise, needing to think through about these 5 people also made me realize the importance of having a good not only sparring partners, but a good team to be able to run together with you in this journey of business, right? Rather than thinking that you have to do this alone. Granted, all of us have our different roles and responsibilities and job description, but the reality is, in order to make things work, it always requires a team. It always requires more than 1 people to be able to, in that sense, experience and see success lah. So So to me, that was one of the key takeaways in the area of leadership, and that's also one of my immediate action, meaning
Oh, okay.
I've been thinking about this question ever since, you know, I come back. Who is this 5 people, you know? The second thing is actually in the area of like so we had great keynote speakers, but for me personally, Mel Robbins was the one that you know, like gave me more ahas. And one of the things that she said was that really struck me was action is the answer, right? Of course, in time past, I've known it in my head, but actually to really like hear it again, really emphasize that, yeah, you know, it's not just about knowing things, but it's about doing it. It's about what am I going to do about it? Like even in what I've learned at family reunion, the next question I'm always asking is, okay, so now I've learned about this. So then what next? What am I going to do about it, right? And in her sharing, you know, she also mentioned this statement: there will always be an excuse not to do it. And I was like, you're right. There's always an excuse not to do it, right? And I think it's very easy for us, or maybe it's very natural for human beings, to be able to come up with reasons why we are not doing it or we cannot do it, right? Whether is it in, you know, lead generation, lead follow-up, you know, in needing to complete certain tasks that we know that it is our responsibility, right? We procrastinate, or sometimes we just, you know, yeah, find reasons and all sorts of excuse, right? But yeah, I realized that even in the area of leadership, it's not always just about the thinking, about the planning. That is one aspect of leadership that we need to have, but it is also the action. Like it needs to be active leadership.
Okay.
And that's what, you know, to summarize, you know, it's kind of like my key takeaway. What would active leadership actually look like? Yeah.
Right. Like the just do it kind of thing. But
Yeah.
just to clarify, when you mentioned the 5 people, is this like 5 people to keep you accountable? What is that? I wasn't clear on 5 people for what?
So for me, 5 people that will help me accomplish my goals in business, or at least in my role. Okay, maybe business is a big word, but in my role, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So it can be some of my colleagues here. It can be maybe like a coach, for example, that I need to subscribe to, because maybe that coach is good in operations, for example, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, so meaning you have these 5 people and then you intentionally have a relationship with them with the purpose of helping you. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. How about you, Nick? What thoughts do you have about leadership?
In regards to leadership, to me is there's so many lessons that we learn in leaderships, and I know. But one thing that's really caught my attentions and eyes onto it is when this phrase was said, right? KW is not what we get, but it's who we become. Yeah, KW is not what we get, but it's who we become. It's it took me a while to really of course we always want to get something. When I joined Keller Williams, I want to get something out of it, right? What values do you provide to me? What can I get from you? If I pay you this X amount of money, what do I get from you? It's always about that transactional things that we talk about. But one thing is actually go beyond. It's like, you know, who do you want to become? And how can KW actually help you to become who you are? Because many of us know how to do certain things, but many of us are not in the environment that actually challenges and put us in that state that, hey, you know, we got to do something in that way. So family reunion is a very good place where that we are all being reinstated back to understand why we do what we do, and go back to really understand, hey, you know, we have this great organization that we are being associated with. And often we actually underestimate who Keller Williams is. We always say Keller who. A lot of people don't know Keller Williams. Like, yes, it doesn't matter who we know, but I think it's important that we know. Other people don't know is okay, but it's important that we know who are we actually associated ourselves with. That I just want to state, right? Like we have the GOAT, Gary Keller, who is like named the #2 most influential people in the world by the Business Wire. And it's like KW is also named America's most innovative company by the Fortune. And we are recognized as the #1 recession-proof franchise, top 500 franchise Hall of Fame, and top franchise for women. Yeah, and it's also named one of the most profitable franchise in US. And we are home for 180 agents, with 314 market centers distributed over 6.1 million of proof share just last year itself out of US and Canada. So I think it's like we really have to see who we actually associated with, the giant that we are with, and leverage and tap onto this potential as much as we can. If not, then we'll miss the mark of us being with Keller Williams worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what we get, so not about the tech and the training and all these things, but about actually changing who you are, becoming this best version of yourself, right?
Yeah, yes. A lot of people ask me like, hey, what do you get from this Keller Williams? I think it's the standard that actually hold. The kind of standard that we will always miss the mark. We think that okay, this is the way that we do things. They always have the highest standard. For that, they call it the gold standard. That's we always want to be like, hey, how do we even go to the 7 levels of MIA model? And all of us, like, we probably didn't revisit that. We probably just stay at where we are and we think that we're doing great. No, they always challenge you. If you think that you're level 4, go to level 5. How do you move to level 5? They keep challenging your thoughts and your status quo, and then go to the next level and go to the next level. Once we reach there, then we see the difference, right? I think that is the biggest mirror that KW is actually bringing on the table for us.
So exciting.
Yeah, and since Christine talked about Mel Robbins, I think if today we don't talk about our keynote speaker, I think we miss out big, right? And of course, as much as I like Mel Robbins, definitely I agree with Christine that 1 hour is a very packed sessions to give a lot more value. And I think both speakers speak the same thing. It's all about action. Right? I think Tony Robbins talked about this thing. Whether we like it or not, we are making decision at all time. Right? Whether consciously, unconsciously, we are making decisions. Like, we are focusing on something, whether we like it or not. Today, like when I'm in Winning Mondays, I'm probably focusing on the questions, on what to share, and but back in my mind, I'd be focusing what's next after this. The region meetings gonna happens, the appointments that I'm gonna have, the reportings that I'm gonna share. But we are definitely focusing on something, whether we like it or not. But what will change in terms of action is the meaning that we put into the things that we actually focus on. So that's what Tony Robbins talk about. And what sort of actions will you take once we know what we are focusing on? We put meaning on the things that we want to focus on, and what sort of actions do we want to take right after that? I think it still conclude with like both of them, and every of the speaker all talk about at the end of the day we have to take actions, right? And even like we talk about the MAPS coaching, the bold coaching that we are planning to bring into Malaysia, it is all talk about taking actions, right? As long as you take actions, we believe that you will achieve what you want to achieve. Yeah, I think that's important to take note. Yeah.
Inspiring, very inspiring. Nick, okay, in addition to leadership, I want to ask if you have any ahas for agents and their real estate business, because obviously there's going to be a lot of sessions. I mean, the event is meant for leaders, but it's actually even more probably meant to just agents to get ideas, to inspire them for their business. I mean, you already mentioned about the database. That was really awesome about how to get the most from your database, right? So any other ahas for agents to take away?
Yeah, one of the things is that we always underestimate the things we have. We always think that is not relevant to us, is actually the way we actually use command and really talk about the database. I think at the end of the day, real estate is a contact sports. We can't run away talking about database. We can't run away talking about lead gen, time block, and it still go back to the fundamental things. Because in US, 90% of our top producing agents use command. 90%. That's
90%.
90%, that's fantastic. And averagely 65% of the agents use command on every single week. So asking myself right now is that, hey, how do we really encourage? Sometimes it's not so much about we keep encouraging you to use the tools that we have. It's like, are you serious in using those tools? Are you serious to really build your business? If you're serious in building the business, and I believe that the tools that we have is sufficient to actually help you to build that level of business that you want, because the MRE model that we talk about, like build a database, feed it every day, communicate with it in a systematically, and serve all the leads that come your way. I think this is the 4 mantra that we have in the MRE model, lead gen, database building, that I think until the stage that we really do it and find a way to really make it happen for ourselves in terms of using the tools and system that we actually provide, it's very challenging for any one of us to actually reach the next level of productions. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. How about you, Christine? Any ahas for agents in their business that you wrote down and take note?
I think one of the things that my personal observation, especially I think during this current season, and it's I would say a word that has been repeated often in any of the workshops, the breakout sessions, especially among top producing agents. So again, all this comes from agents who are doing well for themselves, but they are saying it, right? From the pulpit. The word is consistency. You need to be consistent in the things that you need to do as a real estate agent or negotiator, right? So then the question is identifying what we need to be consistent in, right? So if it's in my role, I know that 1, 2, 3 is what I need to be consistent in, then I need to make sure that I just do that, right? So maybe the question for everybody out there, in the role that you play, whether you are an agent, you are a support staff, you're a salesperson, even for Mariah as a training coordinator, right? What is the one thing that you need to be consistent in order for you to be good at your job, or to be good at what you're doing? So if you're an agent, what is it that you need to be consistent in, right? Because the word doesn't come from me. This word comes from people who have achieved success. They are experiencing success, but they are saying that if I want to continue to experience success, if I want to continue to do well and be able to be, I don't know, one of the panelists again, at family reunion, they recognize that they need to be consistent.
Right.
Even if some of the things that they're doing or being consistent in is mundane, it is not very significant. It might not be the glamour thing, but to them, they know that if the moment they stop being consistent, then that's where they will start losing the momentum. And then that's where they will see that slowly they will stop being good lah,
Like that first story you shared about that guy that had 250 transactions in 1 year, and he was saying he had to be consistent with lead gen, even though he's so busy. Otherwise, it will actually drop off. Which makes me think about our Tony Ong lah, because he also said the same thing, right? He said about being consistent. That was the thing. So that's very cool. I think Tony Ong also he can also join the stage, I think, and share. He's just the same lah. Wow. Okay. I want to ask another question. In your role as a leader in KW Malaysia, what kind of impact are you excited to bring back now that you've returned to Malaysia and overcome your jet lag? What are you guys excited to bring back and bring to this community that we have here?
I think there were quite a lot of updates that took place even in the area of technology, but of course Nick will be able to share more on that area because he also got himself involved in a little lab session, right? And it's very interesting because this lab session was like really right in the middle of the exhibit hall. The whole entire area is glass, right? So then when you go in, right, everybody can see what's happening from the outside, like really, really lab, like lab kind of for experience. But I will let Nick share that with you. I think for me, I went to quite a lot of breakouts that involve training. So
Okay.
so there are definitely quite a number of new content, or I wouldn't say new, but I would say updated content, right? We already know that, in the Keller Williams University Library and Resources, there are a lot of content for agents, for top producing agents, or whether you're a rookie and even leadership. But what I realized is that there are a lot of updated content as well. So one of the things that we brought back was actually the MRA playbook. I don't have a picture.
Saw it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
okay.
good.
There you go.
So beautiful.
So we had to sacrifice our luggage space and wait
I bought a new luggage. Yeah.
to bring back this book for you guys, because I think you can't find it here. So let us know if you want to purchase it. It is different from the MRA book. This
Yep,
one is the
yep.
MRA playbook. And I would, just let us know if you want to buy. Yeah.
Winnie wants
Contact Christine on.
I looked at it, it blew my mind already. Okay, Nick.
I think this playbook, like the digital copy of it, like of course it's not the compilations. The digital copy of it is actually in Connect. You can actually look it up, download it, and it's all here. But this is the compilations, right? It's easy for you to do it, and this is also something now, like in the leadership level. That's what we desire, is actually to actually run through this playbook with our agents. Right, I think in the coming weeks, as we settle down, as we plan our calendars, I think one of the things that I'll be really looking into is how to actually bring this playbook alive. Right, we'll show you, dive deep into some of the formulas, the methods, and the things that we will do. And one of the first things that will kickstart is this database bootcamp that we have upcoming on the 26th of March, I believe. That's we'll dive deep on the first playbook, which is the database playbook into it. That we go like a little bit more dive deep into it in more details. And also, I think second things, like we will actually look into like bringing the Max coachings to Malaysia. How can we actually do this? And it's a 7 weeks program where agents will be coached and be able to see their productions right there and then in that particular 7 weeks. So we're working hard to see how we can help to bring in increase the productive level of our agents, help them to be in cultures, and help them to have that level of standard for themselves as they move forward. Yeah.
Wow, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Okay, their time is kind of up, but if I wanted to ask one last question, if we could make it a bit short, it'll be great. I mean, you're sharing a lot of things, right? So I was wondering, what is the one thing, right? The one thing that you want to put into practice right away, now that you've come back, and out of all your ahas, leadership related or whatever, what's the one thing that you want to do moving forward? Maybe Nick, you just share first.
The one thing I think is to really run through this playbook with everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
We have classes, training, coachings on this playbook alone. Yeah.
Awesome. How about you, Christine?
Yeah, I was going to say that the one thing that we have said that we wanted to look into is to relook into our training and see how our training can be more relevant to R2 agents to get them into production quicker so that they experience success faster and quicker. I have to say that one of the things that we probably, in terms of the spirit that we brought back, was that actually, our desire is we want everybody to win lah, right? Because we want to win also, right? So in order for us to want to win, we recognize that, that we need to support the agents, and that is one way lah, how to get the agents into production quicker so that they experience profitability quicker and faster as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing all of this insights, for your time so we can also get a little bit of that culture, a little bit of that excitement over here. We're gonna just break for a second to go to announcements, and then I'll come back to you to share a last final word, if that's all right. Okay, so big announcement is Ignite is still on, guys. We are on session 13 tomorrow, which is about qualifying potential buyers and sellers with CTB. It's going to be a great session. If you've never thought about how do you qualify, your buyers and sellers, whether you want to, how quick you need to follow up with them and all that. It's actually a very interesting session. And then next week, I think I'll show the next slide. Next week, or not, actually no, this week, sorry, this week on Wednesday and Thursday, you guys, you have to come for this. Everyone need to come for this. Win the buyer, win the seller. These are two of the hottest sessions we have in Ignite. Everyone need to come at least once to hear this. So Fifi is sharing on Win the Buyer. Her stories are amazing. She's such a great trainer, great speaker. Same with Joanne Ong. Both of them are top trainers, guys. I know they're gonna feel a lot of pressure now that I'm talking about them, but they're literally, you will not be disappointed. They are worthy of the hype. No, you will get ideas on how to work with your buyers and work with your sellers if you come for these sessions. This is not just for rookies. This is for anybody at any level. You will get something from this session. It's very, very good. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy. You will come and join Wednesday, Thursday. So that's our announcement for now. Yep. So coming back to Christine and Nick, come and just share with us the last word before we send everybody off for the week. Yeah, maybe Christine, you want to share first?
Okay, yeah. So for me is, guys, it is already March. We are no more Chinese New Year, right? Everybody should not be on a holiday anymore. My challenge is that if you have not started, take action today. Not too late. Start now. If you need help as to how do you start, what should you do to be productive, right? You can always engage with the market center. You can engage with us also. Feel free to, call like Nick, myself, any of the regional team, right? But if you feel like, yes, this is what I want to do, don't wait anymore. Take action now.
Thank you. Very good. How about you, Nick? What's your...
I think this year family reunion, it's like we are in this team that I believe that we will win, right? So we have to first believe that we will win. If not, nothing's gonna happen. The first thing is always belief. And I want to share two quotes that I learned in family reunion. One is that the greatest things in this world is not so much where we are, but in what directions we are moving. So I repeat that. The greatest things in this world is not so much where we are, but in what directions we are moving. So despite we might not be where we are, where we want to be right now, the level of standards, the productions and all, but it's important is like what directions are we moving? Are we desired to actually move there? And what Gary Keller said, it is not that we have too little time to do all the things we need to do. It is that we feel the need to do too many things in the time we have. Have that priority, have that focus, and have that passion. Let's win this together.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nick and Christine. Thank you to everyone who's on Facebook Live and on Zoom today. Chinese New Year is over, but I think tomorrow is something very important happening. So to all our Muslim colleagues, we want to wish you a selamat berpuasa. Yeah, and on that, just wish you guys a great week. Take action, move forward, and we will see you next week on Winning Mondays. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Time to win.
Yeah, stay tuned at the back. Don't leave us that you actually watch this video.
I say, or you can face everything and rise. I believe. And let me tell you what I believe. I believe that. I believe we will face everything. I believe that we will win. Yes, we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, if we will win. I believe that we
Awesome.